There you go. I say it each and every week. If you can't find anything to do in this community, it truly is your own doggone fault. We had a great conversation, very insightful with Ashley and LJ regarding Feasts of All. At the top of the show, I mentioned that we're going to talk about two different groups, and the second one being a woodworking group. We have some representatives here from Valley Woodworkers of West Virginia. I welcome into the program Dan Pleska. How are you, Dan?
I'm fine, thank you.
Dan, you're the secretary and a member of the Valley Woodworkers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Gerald Vance. Gerald, also, you're the librarian, but you've had many positions there, but you're also a member. You both are long-standing members of the Valley Woodworkers of West Virginia, right?
Yes.
I'm glad you're on the show.
Thanks.
Thank you. Hey, Dan, how long have you guys been around?
Club was started in 1991.
1991.
Mm-hmm.
What in the heck are you guys all about as far as like your purpose and mission of the Valley Woodworkers of West Virginia?
Started out just being several woodworkers getting together and sharing ideas and talent, but now we're a 501c3.
Mm-hmm.
We've grown quite a bit, and our main objective is training other woodworkers,
mm-hmm.
and for community service, we make toys for the Salvation Army.
Great. We'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. Gerald, I want to turn to you. Dan talked about the purpose and the mission, and you have members within the organization, right?
Yes.
About how many members do you have, and who makes up the membership?
We ended last year with about 80 paid members.
Mm-hmm.
We have men and women. We are made up of professional and hobbyists alike.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the common thread is an interest in woodworking. Mm-hmm. We meet, generally we meet once a month on the second Thursday of the month, and we are starting to expand our shop and spend more hours and more time in the shop.
If folks want to learn more about the Valley Woodworkers of West Virginia, we have a website you can go to. It is valleywoodworkers.org, valleywoodworkers.org. Is that correct? Valleywoodworkers.org. You can see on the screen there the website, and you can see even in the backdrop that is their website. Dan, Gerald mentioned something about the program, the training program, and you have hobbyists and professional woodworkers, but what is the training program all about with you guys?
We have periodically our members, mostly our members, will do a program during one of the meetings to train. It's like a demonstration.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
To train the members that are attending in a facet of woodworking, whether it be a particular woodworking joint or a method of woodworking.
Now, Jerry, you guys have the club has their own shop, the organization, Valley Woodworkers of West Virginia. You have your own shop.
Yes,
Where is that located?
It's located in Dunbar, West Virginia. It's very convenient, close to the interstate and Route 60.
And if you're a member of the organization, are you allowed to use the shop, or is it just there certain days or hours of the time of the week or the month?
Well, we're getting ready to move to an open shop format, and once the members complete the training program and the safety test, then they will be able to utilize the shop in an open format so that they can make whatever it is they want to make.
Dan, you guys have been around for over 20 years now, and I know from my longstanding presidency or chairman of the board with the Salvation Army, and you mentioned it a little bit earlier, since the get-go with the Valley Woodworkers, you guys have been making toys,
Mm-hmm.
wooden toys, for Christmas time for the Salvation Army.
Yes.
We have a couple here that we'll probably show at the end of the show. If we can show them now, we will. But you make so many, and I think close to $900,000 worth of toys since the inception of this program with the Salvation Army.
Mm-hmm.
Talk a little bit about that program and why that's near and dear to your heart.
Well, from the beginning, we started making toys and donating to the Salvation Army for their Christmas program. And we started out by just purchasing rough plain pine wood from one of the local box stores, but we've grown into we get donations from the West Virginia Forestry Association every year of several thousand feet of rough lumber, and we turn that around to make the toys that you see today.
So they're a heck of a partner with you, right? The West Virginia, what is it, Gerald?
West Virginia Forestry Association.
West Virginia Forestry Association, so very near and dear to your heart, aren't they?
Yes.
And they donate
Yes.
some of this wood that maybe not.
Yes.
It's not just good for commercial sale. Is that what it is, or is it just
No,
they
it
go
is.
ahead, it's
it is
good wood?
It is quality
wood.
Yes.
And they just do it as a partnership
Yes.
for you guys. Now, where do you guys get your equipment to work in the shop?
Most of the equipment we have has actually been donated. We have quite a bit of large, commercial-sized, new equipment, and it is top quality.
The funding for the organization, Dan, you mentioned you are a 501c3, and we certainly do focus, as you heard at the top of the show, we focus on nonprofit groups and grassroots organizations just like yours. How in the heck, where do you get some of your funding from? Is it just membership dues driven?
It's all, at this point, it's all dues driven.
Okay.
We couldn't have bought the equipment that we have. It was, like Gerald mentioned, it was donated. But yes, all of our money is dues based.
Beautiful. You mentioned that both of you guys are professional woodworkers and have your own company, but then you also have, like you mentioned, hobbyists who just enjoy woodworking. What about somebody like me who took shop in 9th grade and did yeoman's work just to make like an 8-inch baseball bat that took me months to do? I mean, I'm not very skilled at that. Is it for those kind of folks as well?
Yes.
Gerald, if I wanted to be a member and I reach out to you guys on the website, what's the membership due and what do I get with my membership dues to be a part of the Valley Woodworkers of West Virginia?
Well, when you pay your membership dues, that gives you the right to come to the meetings. You'll get a newsletter once a month, and you get the right to utilize the equipment once you pass the required training.
Dan, you're the newsletter editor, right? Is that you do that a monthly newsletter?
Yes.
I'm sure there's just some pretty good tidbits in there and some pictures of some of your work, right? Is that how that works?
We always have a show and tell during the meeting, and we take some pictures of the show and tell, and that's in the newsletter, as well as a recap of the past meeting and what's coming up.
Great. We're having a great conversation with Dan and Gerald from the Valley Woodworkers of West Virginia. Their website on the screen there, valleywoodworkers.org. It's a great website, and I think your webmaster is Jerry Stover, right? Jerry is your webmaster. Jerry does a great job keeping things up to snuff there on the website. Great information. I was there yesterday and again today learning about this organization, which I'm just now starting to learn more about. But they need some members. They'd love to have you if you're interested in woodworking. Be a member. Check out their website and reach out to those guys. On the website, you'll find some telephone numbers. I think you can reach those guys if you'd like to become a member of the Valley Woodworkers of West Virginia. Some of this great artwork. On behalf of the Salvation Army, I'm still on the board over there.
Okay.
And we thank you very much for your continued partnership and bringing such joy to maybe so many children at Christmas who wouldn't have anything at all. And this is some fine quality work. You guys really pour your heart and soul into this, don't you, Dan?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and it shows a lot. Gerald, we got about a minute left. Any parting shot that you'd like the viewers to know about the Valley Woodworkers of West Virginia?
Well, you mentioned about how you're interested in woodworking. Everybody starts as a novice. We have a lot of people join that don't have the skills, but our format is that they learn the skills.
And you go through it. You go through this training program too, and the safety. You have to have a safety course, and you go through that. So you teach not only the novice and the hobbyist how to be safe, but then also to have some productive, some pieces come out of that, don't you? I bet it is a lot of fun. Check them out, valleywoodworkers.org. Dan, thanks a lot for stopping by. Gerald, we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming by on the television show. A fun fact and a fun-packed show. We had a lot of great